Yesterday to ABC News, but did not say if it's connected to an investigation into the dolly and the bridge collapse. Earlier this week, the federal government sued the owners and the operators of the dolly. The Federal Trade Commission is suing U.S. prescription drug middlemen, accusing them of inflating insulin prices, says ABC's Chuck Sievertson.
The FTC is suing the three largest drug pharmacy benefit managers, Caremark RX, Express Scripts, and Optum RX, which the agency says handle 80% of prescriptions in the U.S. The FTC.
Join on camera. Here we go. That's done. Okay. Good morning. I'm back. For now. We'll see.
It's Rockin Home Show. 550 KTSA and FM 107.1.
Well, welcome to the Rockin Home Show. I'm Martin Bamba, and looky, who's here?
I'm Jim Smith, and we are here to help.
Look at you, man. Glad to have you back in the studio.
It's great to be back, man. It feels good.
Yeah.
It does.
So Jim and I got together last week, and he said, "Hey, you think it's time to come back?" I said, "Well, we're going to find out."
That's right.
So he's here, we're here, you're here. Welcome to everybody who's listening to us on AM 550, FM 107.1, KTSA, and also those that are out there in Facebook land watching us on the Facebook Live feed. If you don't watch us on the Facebook Live feed, we invite you to do so. Please go to our Facebook page. That's Martin Bamba's Rockin' Home Show. Sign up and follow us and like us and then watch us.
Absolutely, all the time.
And good morning to Shirley. Good morning to Kellen. Good morning to Mike.
Good morning, guys. Everybody. Good morning.
So what's been going on, brother?
Just, living life. Just living life. For all the folks out there in Facebook land and the radio listeners, I have, between Martin and I, we have decided that I took off my Window World shirt. I'm not completely retiring, but looking at doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of some of that, I think, revolves around getting back into your roots and getting back to the AC stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, it does. And with saying that, I want the listeners to give me a hand and the viewers give me a hand. I'm thinking about a consulting company that, in other words, if somebody comes out to your house and tells you you need a whole new system and you're on the fence about it, give me a call for a small fee. I can't do it for free. I've got to pay for the gas.
Right.
But for a small fee, I can come out and assess your system, completely unbiased.
Unaffiliated.
No, I'm not going to recommend any company, any person, and I'm not going to talk about prices. But I'm going to give you an honest assessment of what your system is and what it needs to run. And now it needs this to run, but is it a better option to do this in the long run?
Right. And Jim asked me about that. He said, "Well, do you think that would be a a needed service. And in my opinion, it is. You've got home inspectors out there that, yes, they do, a rudimentary assessment of your AC system whenever they're doing the full home inspection on your house for a sale or a purchase.
Right.
But they are not typically licensed AC technicians, not typically.
Right.
They also are not just going to come out to inspect your AC.
Right. Just the AC.
And if they do come out, it's going to be way more than the price we're talking about.
And typically with a home inspector, they're not going to put gauges on the system. They're not going to take amp draws of
Right.
every motor of every system.
Nope.
They're not going to check electrical connections. I feel like it might be a good niche because not mentioning any one person or any one company, there's a lot of graft in this industry.
Yeah, and we're certainly not pointing fingers at
No.
any particular AC company. There are a lot of good AC companies out
There is.
Um,
Yes, sir.
but we also know that whenever you're out there to sell a system, there are some companies that flat out tell them whatever happens, they need a new system.
Right. I've seen companies go out and tell folks if this that folks has a bad contactor that got ants in it.
Right.
So the AC is not running.
Yeah.
The homeowner doesn't know anything about that. But there's people and companies that'll tell you, oh, your system is junk, and sell you $20,000 worth of AC
Right.
when you needed a $200 contactor.
Yeah, and that's the whole point in this concept is trying to get people the right information to make the right decisions
Right.
without bias. And so I think it's a great idea. Shirley seems to think so too. She said yes, absolutely, and says that assessment is so needed, and it is for so many people. And we so if and we'll get to Jim's new email address and all that, and how you can get in contact with him with this little startup he's doing. But I really and truly do believe it's a great idea. Hey, Edwin, I can't see the callers on here. Does that mean that they're not here, or does it mean that I just need to go off the screen? Because okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, well, let's get to the phone lines. 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. Let's go to Matt. We'll get things started off with him. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Periodically throughout the year.
Well, thank you.
So I'm gonna try to do the best I can. My road is kind of bad. Okay, so my house is about 24 years old. It has an add-on addition that was there when I purchased it. The window is on it there. It's kind of like it's an on-site window, 30 by 50. I don't know. It's smaller than the windows I have in my bedroom. So I replaced those myself. I installed them.
Okay.
So I was real comfortable with that, and I think it turned out pretty damn good.
Well, good.
Thank you. And surely a particular window that's add-on addition, I want to change it to the same size I have on my bedroom, and stuff like that. It's a real small wall. That wall there is probably 8 by 10, and that's where the wall is. The rest of the wall is. So anyway, on the interior, they floated everything contour, so it has a window sill, but it doesn't have your typical 3/4 inch or 1/4 inch window sill plywood that sits on top underneath the window. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just a sheetrock return then.
I got that on our servers. I don't know yet.
Okay.
So I want to tackle it, but two questions. Obviously, I'm gonna have to shut off the camera off by the lead, because I'm gonna have to expand it upwards for sure. I need flip plates.
Right.
White, but I'm not sure which white. White. How hard is that gonna be to do? And as far as the inside also, how ripping that up and stuff like that. How is that gonna work out?
Well, with a medium amount of skill level, which it sounds like you probably have if you've replaced your own windows and you're happy with the job, it's not anything that's undoable. It's going to be a mess. You're going to create some dust and debris opening up that opening. but it's certainly nothing that cannot be done. As far as the header goes, we're not talking about a door, and we're not talking about a patio door. We're talking about a window. So chances are good the header's not going to be an issue for you. I guess what I should have asked is, what's the exterior of your home?
They got siding on one side, and then your typical whatever here, I don't know, but I don't know that it would be.
So not brick or stone or stucco.
Not on this particular.
Okay, good. Well, then, yeah. I mean, it sounds to me like it's probably going to be a relatively straightforward enlargement of a window. And you're talking about going up a foot. You're talking about going up. Maybe you mentioned that and I missed it. But how far up are you looking at going?
Your standard, whatever standard window that you get honestly at your Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever.
Okay, all right.
Is it a sliding window or up and down, a double hung?
Up and down.
Okay, your standard window is going to be probably a maximum height. Well, you can go pretty much what you
3050.
but probably a 3050 is a definite standard size. That's 3 feet wide by 5 feet tall.
I have in my bedroom.
Okay.
This one on the isn't that tall. Unequivocally, it's not that tall.
What do you have there right now?
I have a window, but I didn't take the measurements on it. I have a sliding window.
A slider. Okay, so you're going to put in a window that's taller but narrower.
No,
right?
Not going to change the width, I don't think. I think it's a small slider.
Yeah, no, I don't want to change the width at all. Long story short, if the width is too narrow for the new one that I get, I don't want to go any wider. So then that's a whole nother damn question.
I would say whatever that width is, just use the same width. Because about the smallest slider width you're going to see is a 3.0.
And sometimes I will tell you, sometimes, Matt, it's less expensive to just go ahead and order a custom window to fit the opening that you're trying to achieve, rather than
It wants more light.
well, of course, yeah, but I mean, if it's a choice between opening your window width up 2 or 3 inches or ordering a custom window that's going to fit that width,
Right.
I would order the custom window that fits the width. It's a lot less trouble, a lot less work, and a lot less mess.
Right.
That's my take on it.
Yeah. I really think about that. Okay. I love it. But definitely more alive in. That's the greatest song.
Yeah, absolutely. And is this a bedroom? Is this a office? What is this again? TV room. Okay.
Is there a closet in that room?
So the answer is no. It's not a bedroom. What we're getting at, Matt, is it a bedroom? Because if it's a bedroom, you have egress issues that you have to abide by. It is not. So a stationary window, a picture window, should work in that room.
The only thing is, if there is a door, the closet that butts up, if there is a door from that room to the closet, close that door in. Okay.
Yeah, no.
That was where I was going.
Hey,
with
Matt,
that.
listen, I'd love to continue this conversation, but we are up against the time wall. I've got to take a break. But please give us a call back if you have any other questions.
Or shoot an email.
Or shoot us an email, and we'll give out our email addresses here in a minute. Thank you, brother. Have a great weekend. Hey, Penny, don't go anywhere. You're coming right up after the break. But right now, I want to talk to you about my friends over at Apple Pest Control. Apple Pest Control. What a phenomenal company that's been family owned and operated by the Goodson family since 1984. 1984. That's a long time, folks. That's a long time in the same family. doing great pest control work, and now it's other generations that are in there with Stan and his wife. And I'm telling you, if you want really great service from a great company that you don't have to wonder about, this is that company. If you want pest control on a quarterly basis, they'll set you up for that. They'll remind you when it's your time to get serviced again, just like they did with me last week. They will come out early in the morning. They'll come out after 5 o'clock in the evening. They want to work around your schedule and what's good for you. Quotes by phone and no contracts to sign. I love that. They earn your business over and over and over again every time they come out and do your pest control. And they will also help you with your fertilization and weed treatment on your lawn. They can help your lawn look just absolutely fantastic. Ask them about that, as well as their organic pest control solutions. They'll help you with all of that at Apple Pest Control, my pest control company for years and years and years, and will be for years and years to come. Hope you'll make them yours. 210-695-8946 is the number. Please tell them Martin sent you. And if you want to check them out online, it's applepestcontrol.com. Hey, Bryce. Hey, Chris.
I can't see the Facebook comments. It's sitting somewhere. With changing from one email to the other, I have to restart it, but
Oh, okay.
not right now. So you have to do the comments. You guys heard me, but I can't. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what the comments are, and we'll just answer them verbally.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So we've got Mary Ann watching us, and Chris, and Bryce.
Morning.
Oh, and Dylan. Dylan's out there somewhere. Did I see that Dylan's on? Well, Dylan was on.
I'm sure he is. I'm
Well,
sure
he was. I don't think he's there now. Oh, there he is. Morning, Dylan.
Now I can see the
Morning,
comments
Dylan.
here,
Okay, good.
but they're way slow.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that the internet's a little slow this morning.
Maybe that's because this. If you look at my screen, it hasn't even loaded up to try to even see the
That
comments.
could be it.
So
Could be it.
Commercial is just playing right now on the TV. Plastic bottles, glass bottles, metal coatings, and cardboard. Everything should be placed in the cart.
You know, we don't talk about anything political on this show,
Nope.
and I'm not going to.
Nope.
I'm just gonna. All I'm gonna say is,
Yep.
these colors don't run.
Thank you, Bryce. Appreciate that. Michael, good morning. Says he enjoys hearing us and tries to catch us every Saturday.
Cool.
Town, and they would love to have you come by the way out on North Main Street, North Edge of Burning, right there at Market Street. It's right next.
Do you watch America's Got Talent?
No.
There's some good stuff on there yesterday. Good acts.
Oh, Bobby, that is
Hello, Bobby.
my sister-in-law. That's
Oh.
one of Jeannie's sisters.
That's what I figured
Yeah.
when I saw the name.
It always has all the 2 locations to serve you now. Wild Birds Unlimited.
We'll get to Penny as soon as we come back.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
And that's a saw.
All right, so I asked Don to put together some, what's wrong?
I can't hear you in the headphones.
You don't hear me?
Not in the headphones.
That's weird. I'm there. I'm on. I'm up. Check your
Am I
headphones.
on? Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. I got you too.
Say again.
Hello. You got me, right? So I asked Don Cooper Stevens to put together some bumper music from one of my favorite all-time artists, Billy Squier.
Okay.
And to me, Billy, it's for no particular reason. I was just feeling Billy Squier for some reason when he asked me what I wanted for music this weekend. But Billy to me is one of the most underrated rockers of all time.
Oh yeah.
All time.
Oh yeah. I mean, Emotions in Motion. I mean, it's just
There's so many goods, and you'll hear it today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff from Billy Squier. Saw him at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater probably 20 years ago, 18 years ago, and man, he just was incredible. I've hoped that he would go out on tour again, but he's been kind of reclusive for the last 10 years, 15 years. But man, what a talent. We'll also talk about some other music news that came down this past week and kind of chat about that. But let's get back to the phone lines at 210-599-5555. 210-599-5555. Good morning, Penny. Thanks for hanging on.
Morning, Martin, and good to have you back, Jim.
Yeah. Thank you. It's good to be back.
Okay, I have a fun question and a home improvement question.
Okay.
My fun question is, when is the next Laughter is the Best Medicine?
That is a great question, and thanks for asking. Laughter is the Best Medicine is a charity event that we held for the last 2 years out at Pedrati's Ranch. It's a Window World Cares event benefiting St. Jude. We got together, all of the management team got together earlier this year, and we decided to put Laughter on hold this year for a couple of reasons. We felt like the economy was a factor in charitable giving, but we also felt like it being an election year, we just didn't want to put anything extra on top of what was going on this year, and we wanted it to have the best possible chance for success. So we've given it a year off. We will be back in 2025, so be looking and listening for dates on that. My guess is it'll probably be sometime in October of 25, and we'll resume at that time. But in the meantime, if you want to contribute, please give to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital or the Window World Cares Foundation. Either one's going to go to support that great cause.
Will do. Okay, great. All right, my question about home improvement is I have an exterior door. Well, it goes from my laundry room into the garage. And this door, it has a doorknob with a lock and a deadbolt.
Okay.
And you can lock the door, and the deadbolt locks, and the doorknob locks. But if you unlock the deadbolt, the doorknob still pulls open because the throw on the doorknob does not go into the jam.
Yeah. So in other words, the plunger on the doorknob is not engaging with the frame.
With the right. It's a pretty simple adjustment. You think you're pretty good with a screw gun?
Sure.
Okay. You have the strike plate, which is a plate that's attached to the jamb. Okay. You need to get down and close the door and look and see where that strike on the handle has set is hitting that strike plate. And then take the screws out and move the strike plate a little forward, a little back, a little up, or a little bit down to make sure that plunger goes in.
And I'll give you a little trick, okay? You can take either a grease pencil or even some graphite and put it on that plunger. And when you open and close it,
it's
will
gonna
show
it's
you
gonna get
where it's striking.
Right. A lot of times I'll take a Sharpie and do the same thing and just close the door before the Sharpie dries. And then when you take the strike plate off, if you're only moving like an eighth of an inch, the screws are going to try to go back into the same holes.
Correct.
So when you take the strike plate off, take you a circle of toothpicks and put them in the holes where the screws are right now. And with the last one you put in, you might have to tap it in to make sure it's good and tight. And then cut the toothpicks off even with the wood. That way, when you move the strike plate, even if you're only moving it a little bit, you're going to get a new hole to put the screws into.
Yeah, that's a great piece of advice. The other thing that I like using, if you can find them anymore, are the old school matchsticks. Not
Oh, either one.
Not the ones that you rip off in the little paper things, but I'm talking about the wooden matchsticks.
Yep.
If you use those, you shove those into that hole and tap in the last one. It basically gives you new wood to grip
Right.
into.
Toothpicks is the same thing, and typically folks have the toothpicks at
That's right. That's right. So, but yeah, easy fix, and you can probably be done with it in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds great. All right, well, thank you so much. Y'all have a beautiful weekend.
Well, you too,
You
Penny.
as well.
Thanks so much for calling. Thanks for listening. Phone lines are open at 210-599-5555. I want to say good morning to Teresa. And if Dylan didn't hear earlier, good morning, Dylan.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being there and listening in. Dylan went camping this past weekend, sent us some pictures of the area that he was camping in up there in Santa Fe. Gosh, it's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And the weather up there, if you want to make yourself kind of upset about our weather here, look up Santa Fe weather.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy how nice it is there right now. We were in New Orleans over the past week. We were there, I guess we flew in on Saturday and we were there until Wednesday for a PJ's coffee convention. And I will tell you what, humid doesn't even although when we got back here, it was more humid here than it was in New Orleans, which that's just not right. Not right.
But it's a fact of life.
It is, but you would think New Orleans is going to be more. No,
Don't even complain to me. Don't, because for the last 2 weeks, I've been driving around with no AC.
I don't even know how you're doing it. I don't know how you do that.
I mean, it's not too bad with the windows down. It's really not too bad, but the humidity is still. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because the AC is what gets that humidity out.
So I wanted to talk about New Orleans just a little bit in the PJ's convention. We've got some new products that are coming through that are going to be a lot of fun. We got New Orleans pralines that are going to be on they call them pralines.
Right.
By the way, they call them pralines. Right. I've always called them pralines, but praline. Let's say pralines. New Orleans pralines are going to be on the menu starting pretty much now, I think. There's a couple other really cool drinks that we tested and tried while we were there. Phenomenal. Coffee business is strong, and PJ's is growing like crazy. There's a couple of new ones that are opening up here that I know of in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. And anyway, so if you want a great cup of coffee, start your day like I do every day.
So when are you going to get your liquor license and actually make it like they do in New Orleans?
You know what? We've talked about that. That's a thing. There are combo PJs that they used to do, but for whatever reason, they didn't seem to be that popular, and they kind of phased them all out.
Right.
But you're right. In New Orleans, if you want cafe au lait with a little shot of Bailey's or something,
that's right.
You can get it.
Right. Everywhere.
Almost everywhere. Yeah. I don't think the PJs and Cafe Du Monde. Does Cafe Du Monde have alcohol?
I believe so.
Do
yes,
they?
Sir.
Okay. We didn't.
Yeah, they do, because you can do the cafe au lait, or you can do a mimosa or Bloody Mary.
Okay, so then they do, yeah.
So,
well, we didn't have a chance. I'll tell you what, it was one of those times we didn't have a chance to go to Cafe Du Monde. We didn't have a chance to go to half the places we love to go to because we were so busy with the PJ's stuff.
Right.
But we learned a lot. It was a great time meeting other owners, finding out what they're doing, what's working, what's not working. And I'm really excited for the next phase in the PJ's evolution. It's
yes, sir.
Good stuff. So if you don't know about PJ's Coffee, let me encourage you to please check it out. PJ'scoffee.com. And the store that Debbie and I have is at Camp Bullis and I-10. So
right.
would love for you to visit any PJ's, but especially come by and see us. We'd love to see you there.
The reason I looked surprised and happy there
What was that?
Is I figured out why I was not getting the right feed.
Oh, why is that?
My headphones were unplugged.
That's what. You're not making a case for you coming back full time, man.
You take before the stroke, I had stuff like
that's
this.
True.
How
that's
many
true.
times did I forget to turn my mic on?
I know.
Or how many times did Don turn it off on purpose?
It's good to have you back, man.
It's good to be back.
We
It,
gotta
it
take a-
really feels good.
We got to take a break, and when we come back, more of your calls, 210-599-5555. We'll talk more home improvement. We're going to talk a little bit of music. In note, a band that's calling it quits, sadly. Real Solutions Home. Are you thinking about selling your property, but maybe it needs some work done to it? Or maybe you want to stay in that property and you've loved it for years, but you've just outgrown it and you need some help improving your living conditions, i.e., a room addition, maybe a bathroom remodel, or maybe a kitchen remodel. Lots of ways that they can help you at Real Solutions Home make your home that you're in right now your home of your dreams. And if you have an idea, you can jot it down on paper and they will make it a reality. They'll get with their designers, get with you, and make those dreams come to life. If you happen to be in the military or you're an educator or a first responder, discounts are available for you. And they have some phenomenal financing options that are going to make it affordable for just about anybody. Give them a call at 210-862-4995. Zip Gist, who's the owner of the company, will be happy to talk to you and help you and set up a full home evaluation and a complimentary estimate for you. That number again is 210-862-4995 for the good folks over at Real Solutions Home.
Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon.
You know, for 2 years,
is included with your
I
Prime
worked on
membership. Stay up to date.
relaxing the muscles on this side of my face so they matched, because I had that little sag. Now with treating the way they're treating, that sag is going away. So now I have to rework. If you look, now this side looks like it's sagging. I have to rework the muscles because I can sit there and make it match.
Okay.
You know, but just relaxed.
And looking into the camera, you can't help but assessing how you look. You know?
Right.
It's not a normal thing to look into the camera like this.
No, it's not.
No,
It's not.
It's not.
A lot of times if it's not Facebook or social media, you normally don't typically see yourself in the camera.
No.
But we see ourselves.
Right there.
And I gotta admit, you know, I know I'm not allowed to sing on the show, but I have to admit, you know, Lord, it's hard to be humble.
Oh my!
With
oh
this,
my!
you know.
Oh my! Oh my! Remind me of Mitch.
Do it.
You remind me of Mitch Fatel, the comedian. He'll tell a joke, people laugh and go, yes, thank you very much. I know I'm very funny. I'm
Right.
very funny.
Yeah. Well, I have to honestly say, I don't know how Jeannie does it. You know, I don't.
I'm not even going to comment on that. Here we go. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show, AM 550, FM 1071, KTSA.com, and of course, Facebook Live. If you're not watching us on Facebook Live, you're not getting the whole show experience, and we would love to see you there. Be sure to hop on Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on Facebook. Like us, follow us, and watch us every Saturday.
Yes, just do it.
Did you turn your mic on there again? No?
No, he turned it
Yeah,
off.
there you go. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Jim Smith is here with me, back in the studio. So
Yes.
glad to have him
Yes,
here.
it's great to be back, and we are here to help.
And I do want to say thanks to my friend Mike Hermes, who came in and filled in for a couple of the weekends that Jim has not been here.
I'll tell you what, Mike is great.
He's good, right?
But I honestly thought I was going to be replaced by Debbie. I mean, dude, that was the show.
She's good, right?
It's good. She was awesome.
The only reason that you haven't been replaced by Debbie, and this is no offense, but it's Debbie. She swears that she will not do this on a full-time basis. She said, "I'll pop in once in a while." She knows how in demand she is.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah. But no, she's got other things to do. But I agree. She was awesome on the show. Love having her in here. She'll be back in as a co-host at some point. I can't seem to talk her into doing it every weekend. I think she has enough of me outside of the show. She doesn't need that too. That's what I think.
That might be true. That might be true. Hey, Rosie, how are you, bud?
Howdy, Rosie. Nice
I know you remember
Rosie. Of course I do,
dude. It's nice to see you watching.
I guess I didn't know that he was related to our former president, though. I had no idea. Or maybe he's part of the beer family. Maybe that's what it is. That's probably more likely.
It's more likely with the beer family. It really is. But everybody knows Rosie.
Yeah.
Folks, Rosie was one of the probably the best help I had when I was installing. He's a great guy.
Hardworking dude.
Hardworking dude. Matter of fact, he probably went, just like myself, a little too long in working.
Yeah.
He should have retired before he did.
Yeah.
You know, and I did the same thing. I'm telling you.
And that's no shade or no shame. All of us get older, man.
That's right. That's right. But just hardworking. But I have to tell you, even at install jobs, we would pull up, get out of the truck, and introduce ourselves to the homeowners. And people invariably, "Rosie, is that you?" I mean, it was amazing.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Well, listen, get yourself a phone line at 210-599-5555. I told you I was going to tell you about a band that's calling it quits here in 2025 at the end of the year. I think they're going to fulfill their dates that they have. But I was sad to hear that REO Speedwagon is calling it a day when it comes to touring. Kind of a sad situation for a band that has just been between them, Styx, and Cheap Trick. Almost every year of my life, these guys have been on tour.
Right.
It's unbelievable. They are the touring workhorses that have never stopped.
Yeah, Cheap Trick. You could find shows, even if they didn't come into your town.
Yeah,
they would be somewhere within driving distance.
Constantly touring, and they still are. They still are doing that, and Styx is still doing that. And up until now, REO Speedwagon has been one of those bands that's been doing that as well. But their bass player, Bruce Hall, had some back problems, and he took time off to get surgery and get repaired and fixed back up. And it was, as I understand it, it was his understanding that he was going to be coming back to the band when he was well enough to do so. Well, apparently, Kevin Cronin, the lead singer of the band, didn't want that to happen for some reason, and didn't feel like he was ready to come back, didn't feel like he was healthy enough to come back, or whatever the case may be. In the end, they couldn't come to an agreement and agreed to dissolve the band, and that was that. And so that's at the end of, so if you want to see REO Speedwagon, you're a big REO Speedwagon fan, which I am, you want to find them somewhere and see them before the end of the year, because it's going to be all over.
Yep.
And I don't think that this one is we're going to come back and do a farewell tour in a year or two. I think that this is probably really it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like Aerosmith. I mean, Aerosmith, that was pretty definitive. It's not.
Oh yeah. Anytime you have a copyright issue, it's pretty definitive.
Well, and
you've got
so many of them right now. So many bands have that problem right now.
Well, as people get older, I guess that the acquaintances that they've had in the band, I'm not going to say true friends, because when you do see a band break up and then several years later you see them get back together,
yeah,
That's true friends.
Right.
Because true friends can be so mad that they can't see straight at each other, but it's gonna pass.
Yeah, yeah. And but bands, bands are kind of like, in many ways, like a marriage, right?
Right.
And some marriages, and in fact, in many instances, when you're a professional touring uh, person, a musician, you spend way more time with your band family than you do with your family.
Right.
And you have problems with your spouse. You sometimes patch it up, and sometimes you don't.
Right.
If you really want to work at it and it's worth it to you, you're going to make it work, and you're going to fix it. Sometimes you don't. Same thing with bands.
Oh yeah.
Bands are very tough. Lots of egos. There's no such thing as a band without egos, because if you didn't have an ego, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing.
Right.
You have to have some amount of confidence that other people really don't have to get up on stage, sing, entertain, be that person.
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're arrogant. It just means that you have a good amount of confidence, and sometimes that boils over into ego. And it's happened with the best of them. Happened with the Eagles, who eventually came back together after many years apart.
Yep.
It's happened with a lot of bands, but like right now, Hall and Oates are, whew, that's ugly.
Right.
Got to see them several years ago, and they were killer. They were awesome. And to see them fight over that is just really crazy.
And then you have some that get back together just for the fans. They put their differences aside.
Yes.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
They've done a few concerts together, but
Because they knew how much it meant to the fans.
But you can tell when they're on the stage.
Yeah.
They still don't get along.
Same thing with Journey.
Right.
Journey's touring right now as we speak, and Jonathan Cain and Neil Sean. I thought that they had patched everything up. Apparently not.
Apparently not.
But they're still playing together because they know the fans love it.
That's right. Yeah. So their thoughts are what's best for the fans.
And let's face it, it's also a pretty good paycheck.
True that.
That's a hard one to pass up whenever you're at that level, right?
But see, if I could recommend one thing to the listeners, I would say that there is a Christian-based book that I'm going to tell you, it's a study that you need to do, and it's called The DNA of Relationships, and it shows that everything you do is a relationship. It may be a friend.
Everything's relational.
Right.
Yeah.
It may be a friend, a best friend. It may be a business associate. It may just be the clerk at the grocery store. But everything is relationship based. And it really helps you to understand when the relationships go sour and when they come back.
Yeah.
It goes like that old saying, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. It's that simple.
True.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Some people come in for a reason. Once that reason is taken care of, they're gone. They come in for a season. You're going through something. You need several, you need some help, or they need it. So once it's all done, they're gone.
Yeah.
And then there's the ones that are there for a lifetime.
I don't know how we got on this subject.
Bands, the bands breaking up and having it being a relationship.
Yeah.
Even our friendship.
Yeah.
There's been times that you were so mad at me or I was so mad at you. There was no way the two of us needed to get together in the same room.
That's probably true.
I mean,
but in 35 years,
we worked it out every single time because
right.
that's a true friendship.
That's right.
That's not an acquaintance.
There really is a difference, and I mean, I like you probably, I can count on one hand the amount of people that have been in my life for 35 years.
That's it. Yes, sir.
There are many.
Yes, sir.
And that's not to disparage or say anything negative about those that have come and gone, but
that's right.
True friends are worth it. Let me tell you.
Any relationships that's worth it, you'll know it.
Yeah.
You'll know it.
And if it's not, you'll also
know it.
hopefully know it sooner than later.
Right. Right. Just remember, a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's it.
And with that, we're going to take a break. Got to take a little time out here and take care of some business. And when we come back, we will take your phone calls, 210-599-5555. Good morning to JR. Good morning to Danny.
Jar.
Appreciate
Good
you
morning.
guys being here and joining us on the show.
Jar.
Facebook Live. Yeah. So let's talk about Window World. Right now at Window World, we have some phenomenal financing opportunities for you. We have something that's going to allow you to get into the home improvement you need without breaking the bank. We've got a great 0% interest option right now, 18 months, zero down, zero interest, phenomenal. That's one possibility. We also have a 10-year financing option that for larger projects makes it affordable for you and at a price that's not going to break the bank, starting at less than $100 a month for your project. Now, I found out recently there are some companies out there that are advertising just ridiculously long 0% interest financing terms. When you really drill down into it, though, there is no such thing as free money when you are paying all of the interest up front. And what do I mean by that? I mean that instead of paying, let's say, $800 a window for installation, you're paying $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 for a window installation. Who's paying for that interest?
You're still paying for that
Turn your mic
financing.
on, bud.
You're still paying for that financing, period.
You just happen to be doing it up front, which is no better. In fact, it's worse than paying out a normal interest rate over a course of time. So the bottom line is, if it sounds kind of too good to be true, do your research, look at the fine print. I don't care what you're doing as far as financing. If you're charging 3 times as much as you should be for the product, you're not saving anybody any money.
No.
At all. And most people are saying that. But at Window World, we do offer value. We offer a phenomenal price on great products that have incredible warranties, and we do it all just every day. It's what we do. We're family owned and operated. We've been in the San Antonio area for about 78 years now. We're now in our 4th generation of ownership and people in the business in the same family. It's just, you're not going to find a better company anywhere when it comes to windows, siding, doors, and more. Give us a call at Window World. Would love to help you and find out why more of your friends and neighbors choose Window World than any other home improvement company out there. Go to windowworldtx.com. That's windowworldtx.com. Window World, improving homes, changing lives.
How do I keep my protection against COVID-19?
I don't know if that's actually a caller on there.
Designed for recent variants. You can get COVID-19.
Don't you want to go get that?
Well, no, I do not.
Come on.
No thanks.
Be a risk taker.
Why are you putting it off?
I was.
So was I.
There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance.
And I get to take medication every day because of it.
Well,
And you do too.
oh yeah. I get to stutter. I get to have constant headache. I mean, it's, yeah. You know what I did get out of it though? I got a cool scar. And I got a plate that I can pick up radio stations out of Kentucky.
From Mexico. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on AM 550, FM 1071, KTSA online, at ktsa.com, and of course, Facebook Live. Thanks to everybody out there watching us on Facebook Live, including Stephanie, who's joined us now.
Cool.
And Gary, thanks, Gary, for being there. We appreciate you. Gerald is watching us. Thank you so much for being there. We appreciate all these folks that are joining us on Facebook Live.
Get the viewership up.
Tell all your friends about us.
That's right.
Tell all your friends about us. We want to have the biggest show on Saturday mornings, and I think that we probably are right there.
We're getting
somewhere.
Folks, what Martin and I were laughing about when we came back is that during the break I told Martin that I have a cool scar now on my head.
Yeah.
And I've got a plate that I can pick up radio stations out of Kentucky. If Jeannie doesn't like the song I'm singing along with, all she does is slap me on the head and change the station.
Yeah, that's about right too, man. That's about right. Oh, hey, James. Good morning. Welcome.
Morning.
Welcome in there. Appreciate you being there. James has Patriot Dryer Vent Cleaning, and does great work. If you
James, hey James, here's my shirt. These colors.
Love it. Oh, don't do that. Please don't do
that. I didn't see the belly.
Good Lord.
These colors don't run.
Love it. Love it. Hey, let's see here. There was something else I was going to talk to you about.
I promise the belly didn't show.
So we were talking early at the outset of the show about a consulting business that you're thinking about starting up, maybe are starting up, and what it consists of is having Jim come out, look at your AC system, inspect the interior, the air handler, inspect the condenser. And give you a full assessment, right?
Put some gauges on it.
Yeah.
I'm not a home inspector. I'm going to put some gauges on it. I'm going to test the electrical. I'm going to take the amp draws. I'm going to tell you everything your system is doing, what it needs to work properly.
Yeah.
Or and just discuss options with you as to I don't recommend putting the money into this repair. You might just want to replace it.
And from my perspective, the preventative nature of this makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't it easier to take care of your health than it is to fix the problem once you've damaged your health, right?
Right.
Same thing with your AC system.
Well, see, it's not going to be I'm not going to be doing this as a PM thing. This is just
well, no, it's not preventative maintenance, but it's knowing your system and knowing what shape it's in so you can do something about it if you need to.
I'm still going to recommend you use a qualified AC company to do your semi-annual maintenance.
So you're not out there trying to sell them something?
No, I don't want to sell them an agreement. I don't want to sell them a part. I don't want to sell them a system. I'm just going to tell them if they've had a tech come in and say, you need to do this, this is what's wrong. And if they have any concerns, call me. Small consulting fee, much smaller than any repair you're going to do.
Absolutely.
Small consulting fee. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, they're right. This is bad. But don't put the money in this. Or they're wrong. You don't need a whole system. All you need is this.
It could save you a lot of money. Is what Jim is saying, or it could put you in the right position to be able to negotiate a new system or what have you. And the other thing that I like about this is, even though you're not selling anything, you're not recommending a particular company, you can certainly give an idea of what is reasonable and what is not.
That's right. I'm not going to discuss pricing too much.
Yeah.
Simply because there's a lot of companies out there that are good companies that are going to treat you right, but they're more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're not going to discuss price. All I'll tell you on the price is do your due diligence.
Due diligence, absolutely.
That's it.
So Gary asked a question, completely unrelated to AC and heating, but a home built in the early 70s with a pocket door. Okay. It's not rolling as well as it should be. How does he get to the wheel brackets to be able to replace the wheels?
Okay, the wheel brackets, the wheels are actually on the door. If it's a pocket door, get it to about 3/4 closed, or maybe just enough to get your hand in there closed. Get a grip on it and pick straight up. move right or move it one way or the other, not in the door, out of the door.
Right, left or right.
You're right, and it should drop off the roller. When that roller drops off, get a grip on the other side. It's going to be a little bit difficult because it may still be in the wall, but one hand on one side, one hand on the other side, and do the same with it, and it should come completely out of the opening now.
Then you can get to the rollers.
Right, either replace them or oil them, put it back in the same way, and that should take care of it.
There you go. So it's actually a much easier process than what you think it is.
He has the question on Facebook, so I know he's watching.
Yeah.
Like this side, pick up this way until it drops. Then get your hand around the door, pick up this side with this way until it drops. Take it out. It's that
And
simple.
with that, we've got to take the top of the hour break. Don't go anywhere. Get yourself a phone line, 210-599-5555. We'll be back on the other side right here on the Rockin' Home Show. All right, going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
What do you think?
Glass bottles, refill paper and cardboard. Place all your empty bottles and cans in the blue cart. Clean paper products also go in the blue cart. Recycling is easy when you remember 4 things: plastic bottles, glass bottles, metal cans, and cardboard. Everything should be placed loose in the cart. Visit sarecycles.org for more information. That's sarecycles.org.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With the COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both. It's recommended by the CDC.
Fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot and getting your flu shot.
Sponsored KTSA San Antonio, FM 1071, local, regional, national, worldwide. Breaking news happens here, and it happens.
Here's breaking news.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. In-person early voting began Friday in Virginia, South Dakota, and Minnesota, but not every state's process is settled. Two sources confirmed to ABC that former President Trump spoke to a Republican city senator in Nebraska as part of his effort to convince the state to switch how it awards electoral votes. He currently splits them. Meanwhile, Georgia Board of Elections tends to be Friday and requires each ballot to be counted by hand. Then the ballot will use the scan of the vote is counted and stated on a record card. Because the enrollment only the poll workers will take the ballot out of the scanner and count them by hand. The ballot is printed out and figured what the scanner that is will happen. That's ABC's Barry Russ, but opponents who say this could delay certification expect to bring legal challenges. Vice President Kamala Harris was in Georgia yesterday before traveling to Wisconsin. Major topics involve abortion access.
Now, in more than 20 states, we have Trump abortion bans, ending with no exceptions needed for rape and incest. It is in law.
Trump says decisions about abortion should be left to states since he supports bans for rape and incest. He'll be in North Carolina today for a rally. Violence continues in the Middle East as Israel struck a building in Gaza. It says it's housing a Hamas command center. Palestinian officials say it was a school. At ABC's Marcus Board, Beirut says the region still willing to trying to kill Trump. Listen to ABC News.
Smiling up, great too. Need cash help at a bad or no credit? Then you need to go to FastLoansAI.com. You can get a full loan of up to $10,000, regardless of your credit score. FastLoansAI.com is one of the largest lender networks. With advanced technology can help anyone get up to $10,000. That's smart. When you need your bank account as fast as the same day. When you need fast cash, go to FastLoansAI.com. That's FastLoansAI.com.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, raised too. Just this extra cash on this goodbye.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
Get more bank credit.
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000 in cash in their bank account as soon as tomorrow.
Extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com. South Carolina executed convicted killer Freddie Owens, sending him 13-year balls and executions. It was prompted by a shortage of drugs. Jeffrey Collins, PhD, one of the media members who witnessed the execution.
Two family members of Irene Graves, they moved intently, and they didn't, their gaze didn't look away from him until well into the process. But
Graves was killed by Owens in 1997 while he was on trial. He killed another inmate in jail. Former supervisor of 3 of the 5 Memphis police officers who were charged in connection with the 2023 beating death of Tyree Nichols testified in the federal trial. There was no need for the officer to punch
How are you feeling about everything?
But this?
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, good.
Good.
Good. Very good.
All right, so let's see. What are we going to talk about? 8 things interior designers say you should never splurge on. Newly made candlesticks.
Okay.
That's funny. Fancy cut flowers. What? Extra large television. I disagree.
I have to say I disagree also, because when the TV went out, which was last year, my TV went out, I got the biggest one.
Yeah.
To replace it.
Nice.
Now that's put some restrictions on how Gina and I can arrange the living room.
I'm sure that's true.
So, but she didn't like my idea. I wanted to take the wall between the living room and our bedroom and put a rotating stand in the wall so we could watch the TV in the living room
and then flip it to the
bedroom and watch the same TV in the
I don't know that that's a good idea either.
I had that once.
Yeah?
I did have that once. And it was awesome. It was truly awesome. The only thing that you couldn't...
You never had full privacy.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
That's
the bad part.
That was Jeannie's concern.
Which, if you're the only 2 people in the house ever, that's not bad. Oh, yeah. All right. All righty then. Welcome back to the Rockin' Home Show. My name is Martin Bomba. That's my bud right over there, Jim Smith.
And we are here to help.
And why don't we give out some emails on the outset of the show this hour, just so everybody has our respective emails. Jim's got a new email.
Yes.
And I'll let him give that one out first.
It is jim.achelp@gmail.com. That's JIM.ACHELP@gmail.com.
And mine remains mbomba, that's MBOMBA, @windowworldtx.com.
And please email me, post on Facebook, give me some idea or some input about this consulting venture. What are your thoughts? I'm going to go with y'all on your thoughts. You call us for advice on what we think is best to do. I'm asking you, what do you think? Is it this a niche that needs to be filled, or you don't think that people will pay for it? And when I say pay for it, I have to cover the gas, expenses.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a small consulting fee. So
I'll defer to the listeners, but I think that I think you might be onto something. I do. Also, this hour we're going to talk about 8 things interior designers say you should never splurge on. I don't know if I agree with all of them or not.
we were looking at some of those, and yeah, I disagree with a few, but
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yes.
Phone lines are open at 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. If you'd like to get in on the home improvement conversation this morning, we would love to talk to you. Coming up this tonight in New Braunfels at the Brontex Theater, it's going to be a great evening for 90s country, 80s country, I guess.
80s.
Yeah, that's late 80s, early 90s.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Doug Stone is on his farewell tour. And if you are a country fan from the 80s and 90s, you know exactly who Doug Stone is.
Yes, if you live in Bandera, you know exactly who Doug Stone is.
Does Doug live in Bandera?
I don't know if he still does or lives in that area, but it's been involved in Bandera.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that he had any connection to Bandera. Okay. But yeah, Doug is just a great guy. He's been around for a very long time, and he's on his farewell tour. And he is one of the most recognized voices of that time in music.
Yeah.
Just such good stuff.
If you sang a couple of bars of any of his songs, I mean, any folks would recognize it.
Well, Better Off in a Pine Box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Jukebox with a country song. Yeah. I mean, Doug Stone is just, he was one of my favorites back then, and he still is now. So if you get a chance and there are some tickets still available, call the Brontex box office, check it out, and see Doug Stone tonight at the Brontex in New Braunfels. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next weekend, I'm going to be in Las Vegas at the Eagles concert.
Of course. Of course.
They have a residency at the Sphere.
Butthead.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rub it in, I swear.
Hey, retired. That such stuff is kind of on the back burner.
Yeah, I get it. But we're going to go check that out. So I'll give you a report on that the following week. We will be live next weekend.
Yes.
I just happen to be doing it from the hotel room.
He's going to be doing it from the hotel. I'm going to be right here in studio.
Awesome.
So
we will be doing it, and for those who kind of intimated that they hope Jim is back for good, this is not a one and done deal. Jim's back in.
No, folks, it's dependent upon my health. In the past several months, I mean, for a while, my health was declining, and they're working on it, trying to figure out, and they're doing it a step at a time. It's like the other day, I walked out of the doctor's office very upset, tears, mad, and actually got short with one of the people that's been right there beside me, Kim.
Yeah.
And she handled it like a pro. She let me vent, and then she talked me off the wall. She just said, if you're mad right now, it undermines everything they've done. Everything that's happened to you, they fixed it. They fixed it.
Yeah.
That they're telling you right now what they think needs to be done to fix this. Just because you're not happy with the answer doesn't mean they're not giving you an answer.
But I also think, and that's good advice. But I also think that as a human being, you are entitled to have days like that.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. Because one of my comments to her was, I just looked at her very, very upset and said, I just want my life back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes. And who doesn't whenever they're going through something?
And guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not.
Well, not in the form that it was.
Right,
Not
right,
in the form that it was, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to have quality of life.
right. It's like me leaving Window World. I didn't make that decision. Nobody at Window World made that decision. That decision was made by all of our boss.
Yeah.
That's it. Whether we like the way he handled it or not, that decision was not made by us. And he didn't make that decision for my life to not open another door.
Absolutely.
If that door is, like I said, I'm sitting back and relaxing, then that's the door.
And without going into any details, I had a conversation with my aunt, one of my aunts yesterday, and she's going through some stuff where she's having to be a caretaker and doing some things for
It's hard.
a family member. And I said, Antini, I'm so sad that you have to be doing this and going through this. And she said, Martin, it's my purpose. It's my purpose. And and I love that and I respect that, because I think that a lot of people are unhappy and have trouble in their psyche because they don't have a purpose.
Right.
When you no longer have a purpose of any kind, it makes it difficult to get up in the morning sometimes.
Yes, yes.
And there are people that go through those seasons in their life. And again, I don't know exactly how we got on this subject. We're way off. We're way off.
But it's something I really wanted to.
But I think it's something that's important for our listeners to hear, and that is that when you go through something difficult, it doesn't mean your life is over.
Right.
If you made it through to the other side, you've got another opportunity.
Folks, let me tell you, the Lord, like I said, made this decision. If you think there for a minute I wanted to come to you and tell you it's time for me to retire, you're wrong. I didn't want that.
No.
Just because I don't like the answer the Lord gave me doesn't mean it's not the right one.
That's true.
I mean,
and how many times in your life can you look back and say that?
Right.
And then see that everything was okay.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, just keep that up. And on another note, I don't know if she's listening today or not. This is a very personal note, but I think that it's something that I should share and that she would want me to share, because I think that it can help somebody out there. My daughter, Lauren Ashley, struggled for years,
yes, sir,
with addiction.
So did I.
And Jim did too, way back.
Yep.
Way back. It's a horrible thing. It's something that tears families apart. It's something that can destroy families with the fentanyl crisis the way it is. It has destroyed lives and destroyed families and ended lives way too soon.
Right.
And I honestly thought that was the path that my daughter was going down, for many years. To yesterday, she celebrated 1 year of sobriety.
That's right.
She's back in our lives. She is doing great. She's got a job. She's committed to her sobriety. She's committed to a better life and living her life to its fullest and not being a slave to addiction. And the reason I bring this up is, yes, to say how proud I am of her.
Yes, sir.
And what she's doing.
So is Uncle Jimmy. Trust me.
But it's also to tell anybody else out there who's going through something similar, there is hope.
Folks, the best thing that I'll say about that being an addict is that, and LA will back me up on this, when you say it starts with me, not with rehab, not with parents, when you say it starts with me and make that decision and that commitment, you've just done half the work. Just that one thing, you've done half the work.
Well, personal responsibility is everything. It's everything when it comes to recovery. Your family can want it for you all they want. They can pay for rehab. They can bail you out.
They can do interventions. They can do everything.
All of the above.
That's right.
But until you're ready to quit living that life and start living the life that God intended for you, it's not going to happen. I thank God every day that Lauren Ashley let that happen to her.
That's right. And
So-
yeah, you're never gonna be a former addict.
No.
You're gonna be an addict forever. You control it every day.
Yep.
And that's it.
You got to make that choice. That's all there is to it. Hey, listen, we got to take a break. And when we come back, I promise we'll get back to home improvement music and all the fun stuff. But just had to get that out there. Get yourself a phone line, 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. Let's talk about Real Solutions Home. Real Solutions Home is a great company to call if you are wanting more space in your home, you love where you live as far as the neighborhood and the neighbors, but you don't so much love the home that you're still living in. Maybe you want something a little larger. Maybe you need a room addition. Or you've always wanted that bathroom of your dreams and you just didn't quite know how to make that happen. Well, let me tell you, Real Solutions Home can make that a reality. Kitchen remodels, bath remodels, room additions, all of those are exactly what they specialize in. And their phone number is 210-862-4995. 210-862-4995. They'll come out, give you a complimentary full home evaluation and an estimate, and show you how to get on the road to the home of your dreams without ever moving. So give them a call, 210-862-4995. If you happen to be a military personnel, an educator, a first responder, discounts are available for you. And their financing options are as good as they've ever been right now. So if you're looking for a great financing option to make this affordable for you, talk to them about that as well. Give my friend Zip Gist a call over at Real Solutions Home. That number is 210-862-4995. That's 210-862-4995 for Real Solutions Home. I don't know if I should have talked about that or not, but I felt like I needed to.
That was like me talking about me leaving. I don't know if I should have, but I felt like I had to get that out there. That whether we liked the decision or not, it wasn't ours. We didn't make it.
Right.
You know, it's just that simple. You and I decided a long time ago that nothing business would ever affect this.
No.
And it won't.
And it won't.
It never will. I mean, but, you know, like I told you, do you think I wanted to tell you this time?
No.
Hell no,
You think that I wanted to have that conversation with you?
Hell no, you didn't. But we didn't decide it.
Right.
And besides that, with that conversation, one thing I'll still stress for either one of us, that conversation was business. It wasn't personal.
No, it was not.
I know that. Okay? So.
Good, let's not talk about it anymore. So we got Victor and Kurt.
Victor, Kurt. Shay or Victoria?
Victoria Shea, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
We'll do it. Let's get to them first thing when we come back.
He's getting a lot of calls that are not sticking. I don't know what's going on with that. What's up with all the calls that nobody's staying on?
I'll explain one of them after the break. One of them was just a thank you for your story. Vicky called to just say thank you. She's just going through addiction with family members.
Just
want to say thank you.
That's awesome, man.
Now you know why you had to get it out.
That's why.
One person.
For that person.
That's it.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on AM 550, FM 1071, KTSA, KTSA.com, and of course on Facebook Live. Thank you to those watching us on Facebook Live. We appreciate you being there. We really do. Was her name Vicky? Edwin? Vicky. To Vicky, who's out there listening, it's going to be okay.
That's it.
It's going to be okay, and keep your faith in God and keep praying.
That's it.
That's all you can do, and support your loved one.
He's going to answer it.
That's-
He's going to answer it.
Yep, just got to keep on pushing through. Let's get back to the phone lines. 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. Victor, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
Doing awesome, man. Awesome. Thanks for calling.
Please on the radio again.
What's that again?
It's great to hear everybody's voice again on the Saturday morning and the new programming you got all that music.
Well, thanks,
All right,
brother.
thank
Thanks.
you.
How can we help you this morning?
Okay, I just want to comment on yeah. And so we got to keep trusting, and it's one day at a time as we go.
That's it. That's it, my brother.
Yes, sir.
You know, you,
Hey, Victor. Thank you so much for calling. That means
yes,
a lot.
it does. It means a lot to me. And remember that tomorrow is not promised, but today is a gift. Every day is a gift.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it's amazing how much better my day is whenever it starts and ends with gratitude.
That's it.
You know,
oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, my day is so much better. And listen, I'm not going to pretend that every day is that, because some days are not. Some days I'm
Yeah.
you know, I have a down day, and but I'll tell you, my days are always better when they start and end with gratitude.
You wake up in the morning, the storm last night dropped several limbs in the yard, and you get up and look at the yard and you say, I got to go pick those up.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lord, for the rain last night.
absolutely.
It's that. It's
Absolutely.
That's how you have to look
That's
at
the
it.
way you got to look at it. 210-599-5555 is the number to get in on the conversation this morning. Let's go to Kurt. Kurt, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Well, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
I just wanted to thank you two gentlemen for your witness. I don't want to get too far off the track here because I know you're a Rockin radio show. And thank you so much, and it's testament to your faith. And thank you so much. I just wanted to put that out there.
Well,
Yes, sir.
thank you, Kurt, and God bless you for calling and saying that. We appreciate it. We make a very conscious effort on this show to kind of keep it between the lines, so to speak.
Sometimes you have to color outside the line.
Sometimes you do.
That's
Sometimes you do. And, you know, we've got pretty hard and fast rules about things we will and will not talk about on here. I don't think I've ever said I will never, ever mention my faith, because
That's right.
That
That's
will
right.
not happen.
If ever somebody ever told us we had to do that, this would
Probably
be
wouldn't
over.
be doing the show anymore.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's a good point. But anyway, yeah. And listen, we're not telling anybody they have to believe any certain way, but I am telling you that life is here for a reason. We have a purpose in it, and every day you should be trying to realize what yours is.
It's like one of my doctors told me. He said, I don't profess to know what you worship, but there's no way you are where you're at without divine intervention.
Well, you know, my son-in-law Travis, and I.
You were right the first time.
Yeah, we had a really good conversation yesterday, I guess it was. We went out and we played around golf, and we get into philosophical conversations all the time. And this one revolved around whether you believe in the Bible and Christianity or you don't, and what the repercussions are if you lived a biblical life regardless.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So even if you don't subscribe to that, even if you don't profess to be a Christian, but you took the tenets of Christianity and the Bible and the lessons taught and applied them to your life, on your last day, would you say my life was better and I'm glad I did that, or would you say, boy, I wish I hadn't done that? That was a terrible idea. I think it's probably the first.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, our lives are based on faith. If you're not faithful to something, something.
Yeah.
It just our lives are based on that. Our country was founded on that.
Well, I'll tell you this:
It's
I've met people who really don't have any faith, and I will tell you, I'll point the finger at myself before anybody else that sometimes my faith is shaken, and sometimes I am not as strong in my faith as I would like to be, and I see other people in my life
oh,
that put me in awe of how faithful you can be through adversity, and you know several of them.
oh yeah, yeah, I do.
So I aspire to be that, but I've seen and met people who have no faith
Mhm.
in anything, and they are some of the most miserable, unhappy, sad, angry, uh, contrary people that you will ever meet, and it's just not a way to live. It's a sad way to live. And again, let's get off the soapbox. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. We're going to get way off on this tangent. But we are going to talk a little bit about music today. We're not talking a ton about it. We don't have a top five today. We didn't prepare a top five or any of that stuff. But the things that I do want to talk about are with our, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The home show.
Oh, the home show. That's right. We do have the home show coming up. That's next weekend, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So we've got the San Antonio Home and Garden Show coming up next weekend. That's a good thing to talk about. That is going to be at the Alamo Dome next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Window World is going to be actually at the home show for the first time in several years. We feel like we've got our own showroom and our own home show every day at our different showroom locations, but we will be back in the home show this next weekend. Is that the 27th, 28th,
Yes.
29th, 27th, 28th, 29th. Be sure to go and check it out. Lots of great things to see and do for the home. Lots of great landscaping ideas, remodeling ideas. Window World, of course, is going to be there, so look for the Window World booth. I don't know what our booth number is, but just look you won't miss the Window World booth, believe me. We're going to have our design consultants out there. We're going to be answering questions. We're going to be doing demonstrations of our glass and of our windows and the function of the windows while we're out there. You'll definitely want to check that out. I know that Mike, one of our design consultants, is all psyched about being out there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is all kinds of excited.
I had thought about taking the tire line and doing a road from there, but I think the noise would be way too much. And because it echoes in there real bad.
It's not the best
right.
audio situation.
I thought about talking to you about that, but I didn't bring it up because just the noise in the mic. Well, it's going to be.
Maybe we can get Travis to do a call in from out there.
That would work.
That we could do.
Well, whatever consultant is there,
or whomever's there, yeah,
give us a call.
Yeah, we can do a call in from out there and kind of get a gauge of what's going on. But I know that we're going to have some special deals going on out there for the home show. If you sign up for a design consultation, there's a percentage off as a home show special or something like that. And we never do that. It's very rare that we do anything like that.
I'll put up a special for the home show right now. If you schedule and purchase you schedule a consultation and purchase, right?
Yeah.
Then you can have dinner with me. Now you're gonna have to put the bill. You're gonna have to pay, but
But you'll agree to go have dinner with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like a heck of a deal for you.
I think so.
Well, I guess it depends on where you're going to have dinner too.
Out of how many ever folks buy, at least one of them is going to be a good restaurant, right?
I'll tell you what. Speaking of good meals and good restaurants, we had the opportunity to have dinner at J Prime the other night. J Prime Steakhouse.
I'm familiar. I haven't had
1604 Blanco area.
Right.
It was the first time that we had eaten at J Prime since they had first opened. I mean, they had only been open a week or two when we went out and tried it the first time. I was very impressed.
When did you eat there?
This was this Thursday night?
Okay.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Okay. I know who was there with you. I'm pretty sure.
Who?
Didn't you play golf with the same person yesterday?
No.
Okay.
We met our friends Gary and Shelly out.
Oh, okay.
But man, I'll tell you what, if you want a good meal, a good steak, good everything. I was just real pleased with the whole experience. It was great.
Well, I missed the call from that guy the other night, and he was calling to see.
Oh yeah,
He was calling to see if I wanted to go have
No,
dinner.
he didn't go. In fact, I think that they hung out and had a little happy hour at a place called Sidecar in New Braunfels.
Okay.
And if you've never been to Sidecar, this is the coolest little speakeasy type place. It's down below the Prince Soames Inn in the basement, and they have some really cool craft cocktails, outstanding service, great music. Usually they'll have either a piano player or they'll have a jazz trio, and it's always good.
Yeah.
It's just one of my favorite places in all of New Braunfels. It's called Sidecar, and if you get a chance, go check it out.
Yeah, he had just called me to see if I wanted to hang out that evening, and I was just like, I didn't even answer the call. I was just
Just weren't feeling it.
not right now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
just no. You know, you get sometimes you get those days.
Oh, I do. There are times I just want to be at home. Yeah, of course. We got to take a break. When we come back, more of your calls at 210 599 5555. 210 599 5555. Apple Pest Control, great company with a great history. Since 1984, the Goodson family has owned and run this business. They've built this business on the very best service for their customers, their dependability, and their honesty. They have been my company for my pest control needs for at least 12 or 15 years now. They will also fertilize, treat, weed treat, and prevent disease from your trees, your yard, and your shrubs. They are instrumental in helping keep our lawn looking fantastic, fantastic. And whenever they come out, they don't disturb a lot. They come out, they do what they're going to do, they go, and you hardly even know that they were there. They also offer some of the best in organic pest control and insecticide for your home and for your lawn. So be sure to ask them about that. If you have pets or small children, great idea to talk to them about their organic options. The pest control company that I recommend, and the only pest control company that I recommend, is Apple Pest Control. 210 695 8946. That's 210 695 8946. Online at applepestcontrol.com.
Warrior Project operates with the same goal. The Warrior Project was created to help others return scars of war. If those scars are physical or mental, the Warrior Project never leave a fallen warrior. Learn more about what we do. WarriorProject.org.
The City of San Antonio Solid Waste Management Department wants you to receive one plastic bottles, two glass bottles, three metal cans, and four paper and cardboard. Place all your empty bottles and cans in the blue cart. Clean paper products also go in the blue cart. Recycling is easy when you remember four things: plastic bottles, glass bottles, metal cans, and cardboard. Everything should be placed loose in the cart. Visit sarecycles.org for more information. That's sarecycles.org.
God, I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease,
it. There we go.
Okay.
That should do it. All right. So
It affected your face.
yeah, I had it right in the middle of my face. Yeah. I didn't know you could see it out there. I thought it was just.
Oh no, it was
there.
everywhere.
Okay.
It was there.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Hey, we're going to talk a little bit right now about an article that I checked out this past week. It's 8 things that interior designers say you should never splurge on. Now, I like these articles like this because they're thought provoking, but they're also open for interpretation. This is a designer or two that says this. This is not me who's saying this, but the interior designer. Now, I'll tell you, I understand the value of a good interior designer because I'm married to one. Debbie is one of the best interior designers that I've ever met, and really and truly has worked miracles on our house that we're in now, but in every house that we've ever moved into and fixed up together. This one in particular has got some really cool aspects to it that are very much all her. She had a vision of how she wanted the house to be and the furniture she wanted in the house and the decorations and the style, and it's all coming together very nicely, actually.
She didn't fall and hit her head and get the vision of the flux capacitor.
No,
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
No, nothing like that. No, we went with a mid-century modern look this time, which we have never done before. I mean, everything we've always done has been, country, ranch style, Tuscan, all of that stuff. Well, this is the opposite of that. There is nothing country or anything about this.
Did you find the green or gold appliances?
We didn't find the green or gold appliances. However, we have green and gold and orange accents throughout the house.
If there's not shag carpet in one of those colors, it's not retro.
Well, we weren't going to go quite that far. It's there's only so far I will go.
You folks have probably heard this twice. I was texting Martin when he and Travis were talking about this, about the Harvest Gold.
Oh yeah,
shag carpet or the appliances.
The olive appliances.
Yes.
Yeah.
Olive green. Or Harvest Gold.
Harvest Gold, which was this kind of off yellow type. I don't even know what to call it.
It was a dull
yellow.
A dull gold.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
But those were very popular back in that time period.
One of the first apartment complexes I worked in when I was cutting my teeth in the industry. One of the first apartment complexes I worked in, all of the appliances, this one would be avocado green.
Yeah.
This one would be Harvest Gold.
Yeah.
And it
alternated
for the whole complex.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I remember it well. We had a avocado green refrigerator in our house for many years.
Yeah.
We had the shag gold carpet.
Well, I'm talking about the old Nob Hill apartments.
Oh, I
remember those.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were. I mean, they were like the land that time forgot.
Right.
But so that's kind of the style that we went with. But what these interior designers are saying, and these are Southern interior designers, because after all, we are on the South. They chimed in with 8 categories of some items that they're not willing to splurge on. They don't think is worth the money, and they can save you some money. But I'll leave it up to you as to what you think about this.
Yeah.
So the first one that they have is anything too trendy. I'll let Jim tell you about that one.
Well, many designers believe that you're better off not playing into trends. Don't say it's Tuscan or it's ranch style or it's retro.
Yeah.
Don't say that it's mid-century. Just do a combination or do what you want.
Yeah.
Basically,
I subscribe to that. I like that.
Timeless classical style is always a wise investment. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, something that makes you happy, that makes your home homey,
right?
Whatever that means to you, and I like this: splurge on items that spark joy
in your home, bringing out your individuality. Now, folks, when we're doing this, keep in mind the only way this is really gonna uh, uh, increase the value of your home is if the buyer has the same taste.
That's true.
So
That's true.
we're not talking about doing stuff to for a better return on investment. We're talking about doing stuff for a better return on your
life,
right.
your lifestyle, right? The next one was one that kind of made me chuckle.
Yeah.
They say that they don't splurge on newly made candlesticks. I never would have thought that used candles were a big market, but if you think about it, you go to antique stores, they'll have old candlesticks.
Dude,
Thrift stores.
I think in our house, as far as decoration,
Yeah,
we have I think two sconces on one wall in the whole house.
that's
That's
it.
it, man.
That's it.
For
Oh,
candles,
for candles.
yeah,
Yeah.
for candles as decoration.
Okay.
Now there's several of the big candles on different tables, and they kind of match the decor, but they're not there for decoration. They're there if somebody toots light the candle in that room for a few minutes. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
But
Okay.
when I read this one, I thought I've never gone out and spent money on either.
I actually like candles. I like the way that they make a room feel whenever they're lit, and you got that kind of ambiance. But I also like the scents. I like different candle scents. Some of them are awful. Some of them are terrible. The ones that smell fake and nasty, I don't like those. But the ones that have a real scent to them that smell like whatever they're supposed to really
Yeah,
smell like.
I don't think I'd ever light a kimchi scented candle.
No, that doesn't sound good at all. That doesn't.
Or
Skunk candles don't sell well.
Or boiling shrimp scent.
But you know that they have them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I guarantee you they have
Yeah.
that. Somebody that's a super duper Cajun fan, they got to have that crawfish smell. Uh, what's the next one? Fancy cut flowers.
Fancy cut flowers. Rather than paying big bucks for a nice bouquet, shop for fresh flowers at places such as Trader Joe's, or even your own backyard. Now, for as far as flowers go, mind you, all you have to do is rinse them off every once in a while.
Spray some pledge on them.
That's it. You know, one of the little Swiffer dusters.
That's it. Those are the best.
I'm telling
Those
you,
are the
man.
best.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, Debbie won't let me get away with that. I was going to say the best place to get flowers I hear is in the median in springtime.
It better not be blue
It
vines.
better not be blue vines.
But doing that, you also have to understand you're playing with fire, dude.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is about the wildflowers, but the rattlesnakes love them.
Oh, they do.
They love
do.
them, folks. Oh
Well,
my God.
They know that's where the people are going to be.
Maybe so.
That's what it is. Hey, speaking of flowers, and we'll get back to the list here in a second, but since we're talking about flowers and foliage in your house, we ordered some stuff from this company called Easy Plant.
Okay.
So dang cool, man. Never even knew this existed. So this company, they sell this special patented pot that they have that has a watering system in it that makes you only have to replace the water or fill it up once a month. So if you're like Mr. Black Thumb who forgets to water their plants, and plants are always looking like they're on their last breath, this is awesome. So we ordered this. The plants come in, and I was a little skeptical. I thought, well, the plants are going to come in damaged. They're going to not look great. No, they all looked perfect. The plants were in beautiful condition. Everything came in just right. They came in with a little wet. They came in with a little wet wrap around them to keep them fresh, and no water in them. So you set them up, you fill them up with water, and then you forget about it for a month, and then you fill them up again and rinse and repeat. And these plants are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm hoping that for the first time in the history of me, that I will have plants in my house that at some point will not be dead. That's what I'm hoping. I'm usually good with plants on the outside of the house. The interior plants, not as much, because you forget to water them. You're gone for vacations. You expect somebody else to water them. They don't water them.
You know, when I was single, did in one of the houses I did indoor plants. Now it was a Western motif. I had cedar with tin as a wainscot.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the brown dried plants matched the motif.
It looked like that desert Southwest that
Yeah,
you were going for that.
I was going for
You were
that.
going for that.
I was.
Well, listen, we got to take a break. Last one of the hour, and talk to you a little bit about Window World and Brickstone. Hey, if you're looking at improving the beauty, the value, and the comfort level of your home, Window World and Brickstone is the place to go for that. Now, we have got some phenomenal financing options right now to make it affordable for you. 18 months, zero interest, zero down payment. 18 months. That means that you won't be making a payment until what, 2026?
Mhm.
That's not bad.
Now,
And
is it
yeah, 26.
18 months zero interest with regular payments?
Yes,
Yes.
but zero down.
You won't be paying any interest. You said making
Did I
payments.
say no payments?
Yes.
No, my mistake. No interest and no money down is
Right.
what I meant to say.
Right.
We also have a 10-year financing option that if you're doing a larger project, certainly makes it more affordable for you with payments starting at less than $100 a month.
Right.
I mean, really and truly some great options for you. If you want the best in high quality windows, the best value that you're going to find in entry doors, patio doors, we also have our beautiful architectural collection of windows by Windsor. They're aluminum clad wood windows that are outstanding. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Come in 51 different color options on the outside standard, as well as 3 different wood options, tons of different stain options and color options for the inside as well.
Basically, almost endless combinations.
It's a
combinations.
pretty open palette. Yeah. So if you want something that's elegant, gorgeous, and energy efficient, that's another way to go with Window World. So if you're looking for the very best in a company when it comes to exterior remodeling, look no further than Window World, the #1 window replacement company in the entire nation. We support the Window World Cares Foundation, which in turn supports St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. $17 million donated to date from Window World to that wonderful organization. And that's in large part thanks to our wonderful customers. We also support many different military initiatives, including the Red, White, and Blue Initiative, Veterans Airlift Command, and many others, as well as being a certified military-friendly employer. So if you're looking for the very best in home improvement, Window World and Brickstone in San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and New Braunfels. Showrooms open Monday through Friday, but get online today to book your free no obligation appointment with one of our design consultants to start your home improvement journey. It's windowworldtx.com. That's windowworldtx.com. Window World, improving homes, changing lives.
As we move into fall, I've got a few of my favorite products for Medina. One of them is the Medina Soil Activator. It's a great root stimulator and starter. Does a lot of things to improve microbial life in the soil. There's actually one thing better.
Good morning, Crystal.
Activator, and it's Medina Plus, which is the soil activator with liquid seaweed added, and that gives you even more mold protection. Now, with liquid seaweed on its own, yes, Medina makes a wonderful product. It's all liquid seaweed. It's useful in the vegetable garden and the flower bed, basically everywhere you're growing plants.
So I think maybe we'll hit on 2 more of these.
Okay.
And then give our emails out again, and it'll be time to go.
Yep.
They're one of the fastest ways of getting more organic material in the soil. Like all their fine natural products, look for them at your favorite nursery or garden center. Quality products from our friends at Medina.
So the TV that we got for the new house
Hi,
is morning, Louie. So we got the Samsung that's called the Frame. Have you seen that one?
The what?
The Frame.
No.
So you can interchange the frames on the window. It's 85 inches. You can change out the frame on the windows, and it has a rotation of art, like world-class art, that rotates through, or you can make it static and just make it one painting if you want to, and it looks like a big painting on your wall when it's not on.
Right.
It's
Cool.
freaking killer.
Cool.
And they've even got like kids paintings that
Right.
that I put on when the kids are there,
Right.
dinosaurs and stuff. But I mean, there's stuff like Saison, and
I don't have all that, but what we got was the 75 Toshiba.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
And Jeannie, at first, she's now used to it. She says, I don't think I can go back.
It's hard, man.
But she was like, it feels like it's too much in the room. That was her first thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a completely different picture.
On a smaller room, yeah.
I mean, well, our living room
It's
was,
got a pretty good size
it's
living room.
probably that room and this room together.
Yeah.
Because
That's big enough.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now though, we've got a sectional in there that is really not for that room.
Too big?
Yeah,
Oh,
but it was given to us. Sam and Chris got new furniture for their house,
oh, okay.
and they brought that or and gave it to us.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
To find out how PPL Motorhomes can help RV sellers get more and buyers pay less. For more information,
I'm gonna go home and I think I'm gonna go home and get my studio set up at the house.
if you're going to be home for any time,
Yeah. Yeah.
why next week you have to take everything
That's a
with
good
you?
point. No. It'll be set up static.
Permanently.
Yeah. With the exception of the tie line. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rocking Home Show.
That's it. That's it. You know, my brother, when he graduated, I think that their actual class song
Was this?
was Emotions in Motion.
Really?
I think.
That's a weird one.
But they chose this as their unofficial.
Okay.
So like us, our unofficial was Huey Lewis, I Want to Do Drug.
I guess that's true. The actual 85 was Rock and Roll Party in the Streets by Axe.
Okay.
That was really
Right.
there.
What was the actual?
Glory Days.
That's right. That's
Glory
right.
Days
That's
was
right.
ours. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And
But
I'm surprised I remember that.
everybody, we saw Huey at senior night,
Yeah.
and everybody just decided that I don't want to do drug.
We didn't see Huey in senior night. We saw Cheap Trick. Are you talking about at Astroworld at the Southern Star?
Maybe that was another time I went to Astro
Yeah.
World, though. You have to remember. I won't say it again, but a lot of that time.
Yeah.
We'll
It's a little fuzzy.
we'll just leave that alone.
Yeah, but no, it was definitely Cheap Trick because I will never forget. That's when I became a huge Cheap Trick fan. I'd seen him before. 81 was the first year I saw him, and I was already a big fan. But Rick Nielsen sticking his hands in his pockets and pulling out fistfuls of picks and
Yeah,
throwing them out
right.
at everybody. It was pretty fun. Hey, Louis Sirianni and the KTSA Automotive Show is coming up next.
The Excelsior of electronics.
Okay. All righty then.
Automotive electronics.
Automotive electronics, yeah. Don't ask him about your home stereo. He's probably not going to want to help you with that. Hey, listen, we probably got no more time to. I said we were going to go through a couple more of these, but we'll go through more of these things that the designers say not to waste money on next week. And
Right.
we'll be live next week, so be sure to tune in. Tell all your friends about it. Today, there's a couple little football games going on. I know that Texas is playing this evening.
Yes, sir.
What second-rate team are you guys playing today?
You're taxing my memory at this point. Louis, who is Texas?
You know
playing?
who are they playing, Edwin? Who's Texas playing? Yeah, what?
Louisiana Monroe.
Never heard of them. That's who. That's who.
March Manning is starting for the first time.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's right. Because Starter is out with
Yep.
with an injury. That's
But
right.
he's starting for the first time, but he's already performed.
He's doing great. I just hope that there's not too much pressure on the young man. Honestly, I think that he needs time to develop.
Dude, with the last name like Manning, there's pressure.
That's exactly
There's
what
pressure.
I'm talking about.
I'm just saying, there's nothing that he can do. All he can do is deal with it because it's gonna be there.
That's true, but we want to see him deal with it
Right.
in the right way, not like some other high
Right.
pressure quarterbacks have dealt with it in other colleges in the past,
Right.
A&M.
Right.
And so, you know, that's the stuff we don't want to see happen, right? So, yeah, give the kid a little space.
That's right. That's right.
He is going to be awesome.
He
is
is.
going to be awesome. He is awesome. I love it. I love watching him play. He's a lot of fun. OU's playing tonight as well versus Tennessee. That might be a little more challenging than the high school team you guys are playing. I'm just saying. And the Aggies also play around the same time. Around the same time.
We'll settle this. We'll settle this in October.
Okay, email, quick.
Jim
Quick.
at jim.achelp@gmail.com.
Mbamba at widowworldtx.com. Peace and love, everybody. Go out, spread some kindness, and make the world a better place. We'll see you next week right here on the Rockin' Home Show. Bye, everybody.